Greetings and welcome to Factorio. I'm Dgray, and today we continue our entry level to Megabase, where we last episode just got this beautiful nuclear power setup up and running, which is supplying us with a ton of power. So no problem expanding out the base with even more beacons in the coming episodes and starting to get to the science as well at some point. In today's episode, I very much want to get our copper setup beacons. Right now it's still very old school. And I want to get our steel setup beacon as well. Hopefully we have enough time for that. So if you think that's a good idea, do remember to leave a like on the video. And if you're new to the channel, do remember to subscribe as well. So let's just go to our copper first. I think that'll be the best place to go. One thing I'll do before that is maybe finally change our setup in here to actually have passive providers for the beacons, as our power issues are pretty much solved. Let's do this so we can actually request some into our person, so we don't have to travel around the base to get them. Oh no, wait, not 400 anymore then. I just want 50? There we go. The rest was overkill. So let's go to our copper. Let's just go in right here. I want to keep it in this one, as I want to get this one removed and just output the copper to a train, as I think that'll be the best way to do it. Let's take a little train over here and get on with the building. Hopefully we can quite easily dismantle this one. What if we just do that quickly and get all of the things out of it. Let's see. Ooh, that's actually quite a lot of... Oh wait, there's copper here as well. Stop you as well, please. There we are. And give it a few minutes to empty out. I'll just stop our... We could in theory stop this as well, or maybe even move the steel to another grid so we can get this mined out instead. Should we move our steel? And move our steel somewhere? Could move our steel up here maybe. Up here. Have it close to something in the future. We'll see. Let's do our copper first. That is at least flowing in quite nicely. Let's get you stopped as well right here. I want to get all of you dismantled and moved away. And you are emptying out. That's perfect. Let's start by dismantling that setup. And take all of you away. Come on, little things get done. Let's see. Yes. Perfect. Now it's going to empty it out again. So I'll just be back in a second when these have stopped working. So here we are. We have gotten all of the copper out of our little setup here. So that means we're finally ready to pretty much just deconstruct all of this and rebuild it in the new way. So the good thing about this is that it won't take very long to hook up. The ratio is the exact same one we're using for what's it called, our iron. So in theory, we can just take this setup and place it down over here, getting ourselves a nice beacon setup for that, and just having it all flow in a nice steady way. So let's just steal this blueprint for now. Let's take it to here. We'll call that dash iron. Composite iron smelting. We can just keep that maybe in here in the blueprint book. I have a few things here, so you can always get this on the Discord as well, in case you want it. But let's keep it there for now. So our robots will slowly but surely dismantle this. And as you can see, we got a nice robot swarm that's about to devour this entire place in a few seconds. So where should we place it on this one? So right here. In theory, can put in 2 next to each other. The reason why I'm thinking that is then in the future we can have more lines going in case you want to expand out how good it is. But then again, I don't want to have too many things here, as that will give us too much of a congestion over here in terms of getting copper in from the outside. So in the future, I might just put an output over to the side instead. While that is going, how's it looking at our steel? I kind of want to get this dismantled as well. So while that is dismantling, let's get our robots to remove this as well. Come on, is the rest out? Pretty close. The rest we can just take by hand. Please remove that. And you can take you away as well, so you can get a new steel setup going. And that means our robots are going to be quite busy. Do we have any left? I still have a 1,500 just idling from what we are trying to do here. So again, that is why I love having robots flying all over the place. It's much easier to clean up things. So why don't we go with just one here at the side, and then we'll decide if we'll expand it out in the future. But for now at least, I think 1 is good enough. So let's just do it here. And get all of this built. And while that is going, I can start to hook all of it up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you can just go over here. That'll be fine. 1, 2, 3, and number 4. There we are. We'll go over this way and in. There, there, and there. There we are. That is all of our copper hooked up. Now we just need to grab in the lines. I'm not sure if we need 1 or 2 from here. We could in theory take everything from this one. But it's kind of cool having 2. Just for now. Let's get your way. Get our own robots to do that. Let's do it slowly, so they can keep up. Yeah. And let's get it in. Let's see, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. It's always good planning it out like this with the corners to make it look very good and avoid confusion. And there we are. So now all we need for this one is a bit of power, and it should be good to go. Let's get you instead. You can actually reach somewhere. Oh, close. Reach here, that's actually fine. So now all of this is powered. That's going to consume even more power, even though it's idling. But as soon as we get this last productivity in, we will we'll activate this again and get things flowing. I think it'll be fine to do it now, and then we'll just see if things actually goes through as intended. There we are, and there, there, and there. Look at that beautiful copper flowing. And now we're going to save even more, and also improving our throughput, as we talked about last episode as well. As throughput optimization is quite important for a Megabase, and productivity is pretty much the best way to do it. Now we should have full lanes of copper flowing out into these. That looks pretty good. Just need to fill up the rest down here. And there we are. A nice amount of copper flowing. We also have the thing where we can expand it over 1 more in case we want to. But for now at least, I think this is pretty decent. So now the copper is up and running, we can go and have a little look. Ooh, should we dismantle this one? Yeah, let's just get this dismantled as well. Oh, you're still going. That's why things are still flowing out. Don't want 2 copper being produced, and the rest we can just add to the network in the future. So please remove all of this, please, down to here. This one will get removed in a little bit. So robots going, perfect. Let's go to our steel. A nice empty lot over here at the moment. We can just go to here. God, I love traveling around by train. It's such a good way to do it. Look at the robots go crazy. Oh, it's so good. Let's see, we're almost at the area now. There we are. And now we have to plan the steel. We know it's a 1-to-1 ratio, but there is a few things we have to keep in mind when doing steel. That is, iron produces more than the steel needs because of the productivity. So we know that this setup is exactly 4 lines out, but that will give us more than 4 lanes of steel out. So we'll have to keep that in mind. So let's just try and place you down first. And you can go here for now. Take it from up there, and then we'll see how many steel we actually need. Because I know it'll be a bit more than 4. Let's do that. That means all of you will connect up. And always get more in from up here in case it's needed. So you can go to 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's the iron input, at least what we have at the moment. Then we need to max out the rest for steel. Bit sad that I deconstruct the steel now, because that's actually flipped. And we did do some shenanigans to get that to work. The easiest way to do it probably is then just getting the steel line or iron line to go up here and in again. So we have the same input-output system. And I think that's what we're going to do, because that is much easier to work with. And we will lose the duality of this one. Otherwise we have to get all the way over and up that way. So we don't... It's because I don't want to waste this line, in theory, when setting up... up the... what's it called? The steel. Okay, let's try this first. If we have that, place down a second one here. I don't know if this will be pretty what I'm about to do, but I think it should work. Ooh, and we'll have to make this one a bit longer as well. About 40% longer. Is that correct? No, because the output wouldn't handle it anyway. You know what? Let's just do a 1-to-1. It's fine. Because otherwise we'll have more belts. And this will give us full belts out. We could in theory skip a bit over here. And we might do that. Just removing from the top until we're at the correct spot. So let's do this. Ooh, how bad would this look? Otherwise we should do it in a row after each other. Getting it in. No, let's try this. Let's try this. This is not something I've done before. So what if we do that? Will you be able to jump across? I think it should line up correctly. Then we'll get you around the top and back. So we have some kind of loop thing going around. Ooh, that's gonna be pretty exciting to see how this is gonna work out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is this the best way to build it? Probably not. But I think it's gonna look cool. I think it's gonna be a design nobody has ever used before. That is always fun to do. You'll go this way. Then we'll go up along the side, up to the top. So we can just go like 1, 2, 3, 4. just because I don't want to rebuild what we already have. Let's try this. Do comment what you think about this. I know it's not the best way to do it, but it's what we're gonna try. There. There. And luckily builds are not that big of an issue at the moment, as long as they're hooked up. There we are. So now we have iron ore going in here, going into iron plates. Iron plates goes out 4 lanes, goes around into steel. We know this is gonna do a full steel out. We know this is gonna produce too much iron. So let's just power it up and see what it looks like. Let's take you away, right? Good. So let's just power it like that. How much do you produce at the moment? Materials? Oh, it's because you have nothing running fluid through it at the moment. So it doesn't know what it's supposed to produce. So let's just give it some speed. Or some items even. And let's get you over here turned a bit so you can go away. I'd like to cut you. Go. Can we fit in 4 down here then? 1, 2, 3. No, we'll have to move you a bit. We'll just turn you like this. This is fine. Here maybe? Does that look good? 1. So you have to go at the top one right here. Wow, we're using a lot of belts. That's fine. Oh, did we just spend most of our belts? No, they're coming in. Good. Thank you, little robots. We'll just get the rest placed by robots. Let's get you. Let's do it from the air. That's way too far. It's fine. We're still inside logistic range. Good. Wow, this is a built spaghetti mess. Let's see here. Let's go over here. And the last one. So now we have like a loopy thing going on. A bit weird, but it should give us a ton of steel. As long as we have the input sorted, it should give us full lines of steel. There we are. That goes in, it's going to deliver steel to us. Do we see any issues with this setup? Other than we probably don't have enough flowing in from these. And they will probably back up. But other than that, I don't see any issues with this. Well, we will output too much, so it's kind of overbuilt. But that I can solve. That we can solve, guys. So let's just try and start it and see what happens. There, and there. Then we'll see if we need a train in at some point, delivering more, or this will suffice until this is empty, or until we just decide to build on top of it. Yeah, we do need to upgrade you a bit. Get you upgraded, please. Get you upgraded. Off you. Be honest, let's upgrade it directly to blue. Don't we have one? Not quite. Let's just quickly do that. Let's do that. Here, and get some more flowing, please. It seems like most of this is getting out at a pretty decent rate. That's not backing up. That's not backing up. This is backing up. Because we won't have one going down. But look at that. That is all of these, at least a lot of them going. That's going to be steel going out at the other end. And yeah, this should work. If we do a little look at it now instead. Let's see how badly we have miscalculated this. We're doing 130, what's it, 83 at max. We're only consuming 120. Because all of these don't have yet. Producing 28 out. Because not all of them are running at the moment. 3 sunputs, we go to 150 plus a bit. Yeah, we're gonna need more input. But for now at least this is working. And we'll just empty this out. You're all getting in at a nice steady rate. You are not, so let's take you to another line, please. You can go... take you down here instead. Fine. Instead of up here. Because then we have 2 lines flowing in, full lines at least. Then hopefully at some point this will fix itself. That seems good. They're all green, they're all running. You're backed up. That is not good, but we seriously need to fix some of these a bit. And I know this is going to be a bit ugly what I'm doing at the moment, but let's just see. That's 1, 2. That should be taking everything from up here then. Okay, that should be pretty much everything this can output going in. At least to a certain degree. Quickly do this instead. I meant to do that here instead, so you can go... oh, you're not even blue belts. There we are. Don't look at what I'm doing, guys. It is pretty darn bad. But it should enable us to get things through a lot easier. There we are. We'll just let this run now. It should be more than good. I actually like looking at this little loop design. It looks pretty cool, and our power is a non-issue because of our nuclear power that is churning out more power than we can ever use, or at least use at the moment. A couple thing here, let's just dismantle the rest. Not that we're gonna rebuild it anytime this episode, because it's not needed at the moment. Let's get you away. And then I'll probably set up a little copper input for this one, so you can actually get it used in the base. Because this one over here is producing more than enough, so that is pretty good. Couldn't fully reverse all the lines, but I rather want trains to move it all. So yeah, I think this is a pretty decent place to end the episode. Let's check this one more time. Per second, 36 out. Consuming close to all the iron. Or should be consuming all the irons we can produce. Yeah. And yeah, things are working. Still need a bit more input. But we'll look at that at some point in the future. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you are still enjoying this. Hopefully you'll leave a like on the video. And continue commenting if you see me do something stupid. You don't need to comment on this because I know this is pretty bad. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Do remember to leave a like on the video. And if you're new to the channel, do remember to subscribe as well. And with that, I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.